This is one I've been waiting for. It's the mid-season update on our soil test from the Soil Wars video. Where are we at? It's been just over 2 months since the plants have been in their final homes here. It's been 3 months since the video. And they've been tucked away over on the side of the house. I've got them in an area that just gets a really good amount of sun and then shades off in the late afternoon. My idea was I could line them up there the way the house is. That shade line comes across, hits them at the exact same time. I'm just trying to give them the absolute same conditions that I can. There are some shockers. At least they were major shockers for me. And also just remember, there's a lot of other things that could play into this. They're coming from 6 different seeds. One seed could have a disease. It could, I mean, there's a lot of other factors that play into where we're at right now. But it could also be the soil. So yes, it could be this, it could be that, and there's going to be a lot of people arguing saying that, but it also could be the soil. So just remember, this is a guy in his backyard garden helping you out, because before I did these videos, I never did an actual comparison, and I am being completely honest when I say I've put the soil in the bags, planted them, put them on the side of the house. I give them the exact same amount of water. They are all 5-gallon bags, and in my head, I just do a 5 count on each one, morning and evening. So they're getting watered very well. But even though it kills me, I have not added any fertilizer to them. And I think since I've made it this far, I'm not going to do it. Kind of sounds like stopping smoking cigarettes and that kind of stuff, doesn't it? So I've made it this far, I might as well just not do it. I've been there. Let's just do a side-by-side quick pass-through so you'll be able to really see the differences. And I'll call them out. Number 1 is Happy Frog. I thought it was going to die. And if you look, it is dropping flowers still. And in my opinion, Happy Frog is the worst performer so far. Pro Mix is coming in for the knockout. Look at that. Dark green foliage. We've got some different branching going on. I do have one flower down here dropped, but that's pretty normal. Other than that, super healthy plant. Paonia Soil. If you're not from Colorado, you may not know who that is. It's a local town south of where I'm at in Grand Junction. And they're supposed to make some stellar soil down there. So I wanted to try it for quite a while, and now I have a local Ace Hardware that's carrying it. It looked, I never really thought it was gonna die. Not like the Happy Frog. But it wasn't looking good and it wasn't performing good. But now all of a sudden it seems like it's picking up. So I don't know if there was a existing issue and it's correcting itself. I have no idea. But Paonia Soil. Fox Farm Ocean Forest. Now, it was very yellow, kind of like the Paonia Soil there for a while. Now we're seeing, or I'm seeing, a transition from the yellow to what looks like it's going to go dark green. So it is disappointing to see that that's Ocean Forest, because I thought that was going to be one of the biggest performers. Whitney Farms, where did you come from? I'll be honest. When I saw the soil, my first impression was not good, and I thought this was going to lose miserably. But it's actually beating 3 other, so it's in the top 3. The leaves don't look bad, and it's doing what it needs to do. Got plenty of flowers. This one, hard to see for you probably. There we go. Miracle Grow Performance Organics. My God, what happened? That plant was just ready to roll. It's growing like crazy. And when you look at them, look at the difference when you look down the line. Okay, just my thoughts on them, and you already heard quite a few of them, but holy crap, Performance Organics is in this to win this. Second right now is Pro Mix. Third, I gotta call it to Whitney Farms. Fourth, the Fox Farm Ocean Forest. 5th, Paonia soil, and 6th, Happy Frog at this time. But remember, we still have 2 months left to go, and they're very critical 2 months. They're the 2 months when pepper plants here take off and grow like crazy. So anything could happen. Nobody's won this yet. And you have my word, I'm gonna try to not add any fertilizer to these. I'm gonna need the 12-step program for not putting nutrients on something. I don't go anywhere without my coffee. Okay, I brought them all up here and put them on the table because it's time to clean up their area. I've got them sitting in a rock garden. There's one thing I do really want to point out, and I don't know if it really means anything or not, but it really piqued my interest. The Performance Organics and the Whitney Farms didn't have thick roots holding onto the ground when I lifted the bags up. They were there, they just weren't super thick. From there on down, Ocean Forest, Paonia Soil, Pro Mix, and Happy Frog, I should have picked those bags up earlier. They had some decent sized roots and you could actually feel the tension and hear them tear. It's time that I got to weed whack down that whole area and clean it up before putting them back. And I'm going to look and see if I have enough drip trays that I can put under them to stop that from happening again. Now, if you're thinking they're in fabric pots, they're supposed to air prune. That does work on the sides because there's nothing pushed against the sides and it's just air, so when they start to come out. But when you're looking at the bottom and then you got all that soil on there and it's bendable to the rocks, it's surface against surface and the roots will just grow right through. It's hard to stop roots once they start. Okay, hopefully there's a couple shockers in here and you're shocked as I am on some of them. And we'll probably do one more of these and before we get to the final one. And then when we're done, I'll put them all together in one video for the entire year for people to watch. Which that's pretty cool because I've finally been on YouTube long enough to start being able to do that with some of the videos. Remember, you don't have to be a prepper to be prepared, and I'll see you on the next one.